Good morning to all of you. Our report is about the case that violated the both Article 3 and 4, Section 1 in the Code of Ethics. The case GR number 225991 is about the child being humiliated in front of the class even though he only asked permission to go to the bathroom in his school in St. Benedict's. But the teacher didn't allow him to go, that caused him wetting his pants, triggering an asthma attack and fear. This shows the shortcomings in prioritizing the needs and rights of the student and ensuring professional responsibilities as a teacher.
This case emphasized the importance of teachers following the Code of Ethics to protect the students. When the teachers don't uphold these ethics, it can harm the students and damage their trust. Therefore, the teachers need to know and to commit to these guidelines to create a safe and respectful learning environment.
To identify the violated ethical standards of the teacher relevant to the Code of Ethics. And next is to assess the impact of teachers' dismissal and humiliation to the students' emotional and physical well-being. And last is to provide a practical measures for private institution to improve the professional accountability and to avoid this kind of cases in the future.
The scenario of this case is Miss San Jose worked as a physical teacher at St. Benedict Education Institution for 27 years. In July 2012, a 5-year-old pupil named AAA was being denied to access to restroom, causing him to escape a class to seek help to a utility worker and once wetting his pants, leading to an asthma attack and distress. AAA parent also claimed that Miss San Jose called the child a liar in front of his classmate, causing him to tease by his classmate. Because of this, Miss San Jose received a memorandum to explain himself, and after the explaining, Miss San Jose denied the allegation. And in April 2013, Miss San Jose was dismissed for serious misconduct. And Miss San Jose filed a complaint for illegal dismissal in June 5, 2013, claiming the innocence and seeking financial relief.
Article 3, Section 1. She violated this Code of Ethics due to her action. 1. She exposed the child by calling him a liar to the front of class and give a child a trauma and making the child not want to go to school.
Furthermore, the misconduct tarnished the noble teaching profession. Teachers are regarded as positive role models both inside the classroom and in the community. But Ms. Sanchez' actions did not reflect this standard. She not only prohibited the child from using the bathroom, which led to him wetting his pants, but also instigated bullying by calling him a liar in front of his peers, resulting in ongoing teasing and trauma that has kept him from returning to school. Thus, she also violated Article 4, Section 1 of the Code of Ethics, stating that teachers should actively ensure that teaching is the most noblest profession and manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in it.
The school should take immediate action to address the violation and prevent similar issues in the future. To handle this violation effectively, the schools must respond promptly by conducting a fair review of the incident and involving all parties to avoid bias. In addition, teachers should receive regular training on the Code of Ethics through lessons, meetings, and seminars to reinforce proper conduct, professional boundaries, limitations, and responsibilities. Schools should also post rules in staff rooms and clearly explain these guidelines during orientations to ensure that all staff members are well informed.
The teacher involved in the issue must face proper discipline based on school policy. To discipline the violation, it should be matched the seriousness of the action. The counseling and the self-reflection must be part of the process, because through this process, it helps to improve the behavior and the teaching skills of the teacher. Also, the senior teachers can act as mentors to help and guide the teachers for professional conduct and to support the growth through advice and example. Just like how to conduct effective classroom management and how to handle students' behavior. And then, the school must strengthen the reporting system such as the guidance office. And the guidance counselor must welcome the student and teachers concerned with care and respect. In this way, they will feel safe and secure when raising their concerns. And because of this, It helps to prevent the silence and fear.
Then, the school should monitor classroom behavior because observation and feedback helps teacher for their teaching skills. Good thing that nowadays, school conduct a quarterly class observation to monitor both student and teacher's performance. And as a future educator, today and onwards, we must start being committed, passionate, and love the path we chosen. So that in the near future, we become a teacher that we are supposed to be. A teacher that chooses integrity over self-interest and helps students and also to preserve dignity of teaching.
In this case, the teacher violates the Article 3, the teacher and the community in the Code of Ethics. Instead of protecting the student, the teacher acted in a way that caused shame and emotional pain. Since teachers are expected to be a role model and hold a position of authority and influence, this unethical behavior harm not only the educator's reputation and credibility, but also the students, parents, community, and the profession as a whole.
This encapsulates the importance of the Code of Ethics. The consequences of deviating from the ethical standards illuminates the importance of prioritizing ethical awareness. By understanding how others' actions can and had impacted other people, educators will be better prepared in making responsible choices in all parts of their crafts. This entails vigilance, trust-making, and maintaining conduct that serves as a reflection of the profession's commitment to excellence and authenticity. Now, eminently, precise and faithful compliance with the Code of Ethics serves as an essential part of securing wanted outcomes in education. It creates pillars of respect, accountability, and care that supports teaching and learning. This case, it befits the thought that when educators embody all these principles, the bond between profession and the community strengthens.